Good day! In this video, we are going to try and solve question 2B of the 2018 NCEA Level 1 Chance and Data question. So without further ado, let's read part B and then part 1 and part 2, and we'll complete question 2 in this video. It is possible for electricity users to change electricity providers to get a cheaper deal. The graph below shows the number of changes made by electricity users per month in North and South Island from the start of 2004 to the start of 2016. So the yellow line is for the North Island and the blue line is for the South Island. So the question is clearly describe the significant features of this graph, making reference to the time period or to the North and South Island graph if necessary. So we shall answer this question, okay? So if you look at the both graphs, for both the North and South Island, it has increased. The number of changes of provider has increased from here to here, and for South Island from here to here. Okay, so there's an increasing trend, and the trend has increased more for the North Island than in the South Island. Okay, if we look at the spike means the sudden jump. There are more spike in the North Island than in the South Island. Okay, so that's how the second point you're going to answer. The long-term trend to in the South Island, we look at the South Island, it seems to change after 2011, okay? After here, it goes down, it first dropped down, and then it goes a steady increase, slower increase than the previous year. So that is the point number 4. And point number 5, there's a sudden spike both in 2011 for both the North and South Island. This could be due to a new provider entering the market. So if you can answer 3 of the 5 points I given you up there, you get excellent for this question. Okay, so remember again, 1 point will be achieved, 2 points is merit, 3 or more points will be excellent. Okay, so now we look at part 2 of the question. Okay, so part 2 is also a justification. So we need to read the question again. Okay, so state whether the North Island or the South Island has the greatest variation in the number of changes per month. If you look at the graph, the North Island is more spiked than the South Island. So the answer is North Island. If you answer North Island, you can achieve. Okay. So the North Island has the greatest variation. Why? First, there are more spike. There's a big spike. There's a lot of spike in North Island compared to the South Island. So that's the first point. The difference between the numbers from 1 month, the change in numbers. So from here, it go up and go down, go up and goes down. Okay. A big change in the numbers is greater in the North Island than in the South Island. The South Island is more steady, while in North Island there's a big up and big down. Okay, up means spike and down means dip. Okay, so there's more big changes in the data for the North than the South Island. So the reason is that the population in North Island is far greater than South Island, so the variation or the spike in the number of changes would be expected to be more in the North Island than in the South Island. So if you can answer all these 3 points, you'll get a merit in this question. Remember, part 1 is an excellent, part 2 is a merit. So go through this and learn how to justify and argue your case. So when you get an internal, external, you know how to argue them. Cheers everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.